Welcome everyone back to another stream, and this time with some background lighting. Let's go. It is time for NA, but not professionals. This time we're only here for some challenges, since I didn't really stream the previous skills for NA due to being a bit scared by the amount that I streamed in winter. So I thought I don't have the, not really, but I just felt out of place streaming professionals, and I wanted to give some light to challenges too, since unfortunately Asia is out of my potential time zone due to some real life reasons. We're here for NA, and I'm gonna be enjoying it, as you can see right over there, and hopefully also in the title and in the description. We're following Straight versus Savage. I hope at least that's the team name or the clan name. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We have a lot of NA streams going on right now, and let's walk you through it. But first of all, let's have a look at the brackets, because I think that will be interesting to take a look at. And for that, we're gonna use this website here, because the assistant is just absolutely awful at handling these double elimination stuff. So we have Straight versus Savages here. I'm just gonna call them Savage because I think that's what the tag means. This game we are going to be watching. It's Group 1. And OG or 0G versus Rival. This is streamed by Wild Ones Helper. Check. You can also check him out if you want to. And then both of us will see this lower bracket semifinal, which will determine who will be out of these challenges for day 1. For Group 2, we have EC Eclipse versus not PP. This one is streamed by 34, and he is actually a Twitch streamer. The first of its kind, at least, to my knowledge, that does stream on Twitch, and is trying his first time to commentate, so I'd implore you to please go and check him out and give him some feedback on how he does. I think he'd be definitely happy about that. So, you know, go check him out, see what he does, and yeah. Also, Cursed and Void, this is not going to be streamed, and 34 will then also see this lower bracket semis then. Meaning we have 3 streamers for the lower brackets, which is pretty nice to see. But we also have of course, the Pro Tours, which we should talk about. And there we have 4 streamers, as you can see right here. And these are... Let me actually pull up my sheet before I talk nonsense. Alright, so this is the group. We should probably show both. Rain versus Purple. This one is going to be streamed by Aminet. You can check her out if you want to. Pramo and Moonman are gonna be streamed by Fishy. Also, definitely, like everyone else, go and check these guys out if you want to, or if you just want to see these matches. Both of them, Aminet and Fishy, will see this match down here in Group 1. Group 2 will have Apex versus Pincers streamed by Fujit. He will be seeing this one. And Joker versus GG will be seen by Paparage. He will be doing his stream in Spanish. So we have a non-English speaking stream. That is not bad though. I just would like to inform you about that. And of course both of these will then see the lower bracket semis, in case you're interested. And yeah, that's more or less all the streamers. I'll be probably keeping you up to date, hopefully if I remember throughout the stream, about the results of all these matches and, you know, just how they go. And yeah. That means you have a variety of options to watch. 7 streamers, in fact, being, again, let me remind you, for the professionals, Aminet, Rain vs. Purple, Fishy, Pramo vs. Moonman, Fujit, Apex vs. Pincer, Paparage, Joker vs. GG in Spanish, 34, Eclipse vs. PPS, myself, Straight vs. Savages, and Jack, Wild Ones Helper, 0G versus Rival. And before we continue this talk, I need to check. No, wait. Not you, but you. I need to check. Is that the actual clan name? It's Onslaught. It says Savage in the description, but that's not quite it, is it? Alright, so we're starting off with Fort Despair here. Let's actually have a check at all of the maps. If they are the same as on EU, that will be Canal here in the second map. No, it's Black Gold actually. Okay, so they do differ slightly, professionals and challengers. Because the professionals has Canal here, I believe. But it's Black Goldwell and then Rockfield. That is very interesting. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It is a best of 5, meaning you need 3 victories here in order to succeed to the next round. I look evil. Should I change the color? Let me know in the chat if I should change it. I have a wide array of colors to choose from. But for now, let's focus on the game here. Fort Despair, a very small and clunky map that doesn't allow for a lot of new stuff to happen. But if I were to recall to AU earlier, which I did stream, they did play very differently to what you normally see on a map like this. So I'm looking forward to potential new stuff here, as I have seen a lot of out of the ordinary strats being used. And especially since there's double elimination, it allows you to, you know, be a bit more risky, experiment a little bit, and maybe not show all of your cards immediately, and just, you know, try some other stuff, throw your enemies off, and stuff like that. It has been done before, and I'm not sure if we'll see it here. Now, I'm not quite sure actually about the leaderboards for NA top 16, so let me have a quick look at that. And maybe also show it on screen. Why the hell not? Alright, so we had Straight here in first, and of course, due to how seeding works, Onslaught, let's just call him Onslaught here in last, Eclipse in 10th, OG, I guess it's 0 because it has 0 here, 0G in 11th, then Curse, then Void, Rival, then PPS, and then Savage. Wait, what? Are they in the brackets? I don't remember. Oh, they are. Why did I not remember them? Huh? That is weird. Well, whatever. Now I know. So, straight here, just looking at standings alone, seemingly the favorite. Looking as how they were very 2,000 points away from top 8 though. It wasn't a close call for top 8, but a very solid placement in top 16. And that is still good. Not one to talk down on their results, of course. Savage here. Let me see how close they were to top 32. Very close, actually. Scouting Legions could have easily taken that spot. So could have Cruel, potentially. Although they're a little bit further away. Regardless of that, let's have a look at the lineups. We have Triple Ice 4, Triple Kranwagen and an E5 from Atomic. From straight here. And then Onslaught with Triple Ice 4 as well, Double Kran, 1 E5, and a mouse. Now, just to preface this, if I'd mispronounced a name, I deeply apologize, and let me know in chat to fix it, or on Discord. It is not on purpose, and I hope you're not going to be offended by it. I'm gonna try my best, though. But yeah, very similar lineups here, only one difference being a mouse to a Kranwagen. So I'm interested to see how that will change the way these two teams will be playing. But a lot of Ice Force, NA usually more known to use that tank than others. So I'm excited to see how this one will turn out. But yeah. We're probably gonna see quite the big focus around B. I don't see really any teams going C this season all too much. Might see some A corner plays here with these IS-4s as they're, at least back in the day, often played there. So we might see that again. Of course, it's all open for interpretation on how these lineups will be played and should be played. So let's not fluff around too much and just see what these teams have to offer. And yeah, let's begin our first game straight versus Onslaught by getting some air. And we have a little split already going on. I'm assuming some defensive locations here for the A side, but a quite C-focused approach here from Straight, already proving me wrong from the beginning. As we have Onslaught here being focused more towards an EU approach of A and B. At least if I compare it to that. Of course, it's not just them that play like that. Mouse here already spotted. Now trying to cover full B and potentially hop in it soon. Straight here going to go for a very early cap on C. A is being more or less defended here from Straight, so I don't think that Onslaught is gonna attempt to cap that. But of course, B is free for taking. At least if we look at Dark Magician Girl here, who is in position for a reset. Looking for the heat pen, manages to get it straight through that turret cheeks. Of course, you don't want to risk too much here. Preferably you want to shoot heat, but if need be, HE does the trick as well. Hanabi here does have line of sight though, so they have to be careful with the way they play. Kool-Aid here already losing some hit points. Very risky. Oh, and there we go. Not able to reset and be now finally taken, but quite a big chunk of points have already been gained from Straight here. Luminary here. Still overlooking the site. Don't want to have C stolen from you. As we have Onslaught here relocating. They do want to approach the C side now after gaining B. Which is not that easy to do. Especially with that position over there being quite common for resets. Oh, but Klein here, he did get spotted in his Kranwagen. Luminary there, I think, had his eyes on him. Giving Straight, yep, absolutely the right call to make here. Already having Kool-Aid coming in as well, Gustav. And the D4C. Making their way towards C over here. Holding that pretty defensively. We might want to have one tank up here still keeping that lit. Dark Magician, you're putting some really good shots on so far. Holding this line really well as this front anchor. Still has Charming behind them. In the Kranwagen. Anabi not able to do all too much currently. And the Kran in the middle also very limited. And here we go. Kranwagens have been set up for potential C defense. Now we already know that Onslaught has relocated. Of course, Straight does not quite know that yet. And we might be preparing for a big push here. As we have tanks being lined up near the mouse. Near the B cap as well. We are slowly getting close to the 700 point. 600 just crossed for Onslaught here. Oh, look at that great blind shot on the Kranwagen here. Atomic. What a phenomenal awareness here. Just trying that. Did pay out for him. Don't see too many blind shots usually being taken here in Blitz. So seeing him connect one makes it even greater. Alucard here now being very aggressive though. Only takes one connection. But the Kranwagen here trying to peek in the middle did not work out at all. And Straight is in position because that C defense that they did set up works for the side as well. And Onslaught here having to stop their approach. But Alucard is just not having it. Absolutely being shredded here. And wherever he goes, he is going to get shot. Because we have Atomic here. Dark Magician in front of him. And the shots just keep flying in here straight with absolute control of the hit points right now. Having some really good crossfires. The shot's not quite connecting right now. But that doesn't need to be as well. They're getting close to the 900 points here. Alucard down to a one shot. Charming here now going all in. Dark Magician moving in as well. And straight here. Absolutely showing what they can do here. Focus is now on the mouse. They just want to get some kills. Finish this thing quickly. But not when Charming bounces on the booty like that. So we have Atomic Pen one more. And Charming finishes the job. And what a great game. D4C here does go down at the end. But that's all that will happen. As Straight wins the first one. What a great game. Very defensive. A lot different from what we saw in EU. But this is more or less the normal Vote Despair approach. Play with caps, play cautiously, and let your enemies make mistakes. And Straight played that phenomenally. Especially Dark Magician here. Absolute amazing positioning there. Very good awareness. Very well played indeed. As we move to game number 2. Hello to everyone joining, by the way. Hope you're going to be enjoying it. Let me just remind everyone of the rules, because I did not quite make that at the start. There's 5 minutes delay, just to make sure that no one will be stream sniping here. There are no rewards for the stream. There are some battle passes given out for the professionals, though, if you care about that. And please keep the chat in English so that the moderators and at least I know what you guys are talking about, and to keep everything nice and behaved. You can cheer for a team, but please avoid hating on teams or players specifically, as that will get you timed out. We don't need hate here. And if you have any questions, put them in the chat and I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it, and let's get back to this matchup here, which is Straight not changing their lineup at all, I don't think. Going with the same one here, just an Ice 4 less an E5 extra. Going for a little bit more mobility and DPM here, but Onslaught actually changing it up quite a bit. Double Ice 4 here, double Crown, 1 E5 and a T22. Now that is a quite significant change in and of itself, especially for, as I said, a map crammed like this, where mobility doesn't make too much of a difference unless you go for a lot of rotation plays and just wanna be aware of all of it. So yeah, gonna be interesting to see how Klein is gonna be able to use it here. Going for an early spot on the C side. Not gonna be able to see anyone, but definitely a viable option. We have Dark Magician here basically doing that mouse play. Nope, going for the middle straight away. But we see the mouse again moving towards B here, the very standard opening. Having only Alucard behind him. So B is not that well protected actually. This time Onslaught though, going for a very hard C cap. And D4C is actually alone over here. He knows 2 are in front of him, and he knows from the cap speed that there must be at least 2 over there. Not sure if he's aware that those are 3 though. So he has to be very careful. He doesn't really have too much backup. He has Kool-Aid behind him, who did turn around. But A here could be potentially capable if you apply pressure on Alucard and just have Luminary sit in here with Charming looking down on him. And he really should get into this cap right now. He's doing it as well. Not sure if I'd use this card though. Let's have a look at what Alucard is seeing right now. Yep, he does spot him anyway. Oh, what a good shot here. He does manage to reset though. And Onslaught now with their Kranwagens here. A has been stopped. But B here, Dark Magician, they're trying to cap that as there's no one in this rock over here. Capping that is quite easy, especially with someone applying pressure like Kool-Aid here. But the cap point difference here is actually a lot more significant than what it was in round 1. But this time Onslaught here in control, but not in terms of hit points. They bled quite a lot to stop this A cap from happening. Straight here. Done a very good job at doing the damage that they needed to. And the mouse here is in trouble if this IS-4 decides to play it aggressively. D4C here still showing his presence. Can't peek too far. Oh, look at that. Primary here taking some shots. Taking 2. And Onslaught here being not too well with their hit points. Should use them a little bit more thoughtfully here. As the mouse had to fully reposition now. D4C here looking for a shot. Don't think he can even see him there. But we have... Oh, another attempt at A. This time Gustav here. But he has no backup. Doesn't spot them either. He did get outspotted though. Not yet using his repair kit. Takes 2. He's gonna take a lot of damage here. He has to, in fact. Takes 2 more shots. Tracked again. Now out of a repair kit. If they can keep him tracked now, he might lose a lot more hit points. Nope, there's a bounce. And he is able to get away here. But this means that Straight can push on the other side here, and so does Onslaught actually. But Klein, the one that shouldn't be focused, is now getting focused. Already out of the game here. Very good target priority from Straight here. Taking the tanks with most DPM that are the most dangerous to this lineup, and that was definitely the T-22. Primary now here getting an absolute smacking. The mouse here being more or less ignored right now as we have Icefools and Kranwagens to worry about. The mouse now though unavoidable to be shot as we have Kool-Aid here and loading into the full side of things. Mouse here down to a 1-shot with a destroyed engine, not gonna go anywhere. Alucard here down to a 2-shot there as we have Charming over there fighting him off as we have the mouse drop, and Straight here absolute control fire. Very good focus as well. Not leaving tanks behind at all. As we have the Kranwagen here now being focused. And Hanabi still full HP. That is... Oh, wow. He caught that with his gun. Dark Magician there blocking it ever so slightly. And just phenomenal focus here. From the red team. Against Onslaught. Such a good focus. And just the bait as well. That was really, really good. Especially considering that they used Gustav here as a distraction. At least I want to think that's what happened. Using him, setting him in there as they tried before. He had a lot of fire support. And maybe Onslaught thought to use that to their advantage, because that would mean that the other side is underprepared, but that's actually not the case. Able to have better focus fire and Straight here. Now on match point. Looking very, very good. Very dominant these first 2 games. Not wavering too much, not having done too many mistakes, just some misplays here and there in terms of peaking. But otherwise, they've been very, very solid. And Onslaught, a little too risky at times. Not trading too efficiently as well over the long run. Really did not do their trades too well. But that's not to say that they can't come back from this. We've seen 2-0s as well that turned into 2-3s, so let's see if Onslaught is able to do this, or if they do move down to the losers bracket, or lower bracket, whichever you find more fitting as a name. Alright. Lineups are changed. We move to black golden here, and a potential last game for straight tonight, if they are able to keep up their current performance. No particular unusual tanks to be used. With double ice for Kranwagen, triple E5 and a Vickers. Very standard lineup here from straight. Very versatile for this map as well. And very user-friendly in a sense. Able to react to almost anything. As we have Onslaught here with nearly a mirror matchup. Double ice for double Kran, double E5 and a Vickers. Meaning the only difference here is having an extra E5 for a Kran instead. Ooh. The Vickers here trading shots and Charming actually having to use one of their repair kits. Quite early on there. But a lot of knowledge already for straight here. As we have Onslaught full committing towards the seaside. Oh, not sure. I think Onslaught might cap this quicker because they have to. Instead, yep, Luminary here not quite able to get there fast enough. Slight advantage here on the side of Onslaught, the blue team. And now this is all about forcing the enemy to make a mistake or potentially playing on B. Now we have the IS-4 already here from Gustav. The IS-4 prone and known to be the tank to push B with. And if he gets past this Kranwagen, there's no one really stopping him from capping this either. Unless these two IS-4s up top here overcommit. Which you don't necessarily want to do. Especially since this position is currently unoccupied. Unless Hanabi does push forward. So the cap is definitely a possibility here. But you don't want to risk too many things. Now we do see a relocate here from straight. Kevin moving away. And so is Dark Magician. Charming here still holding this angle. Looking for shots and looking for spots as well. Not too much happening. Oh, Dark Magician is coming back. Currently Onslaught here. Relocating some tanks, sending an IS-4 over, swapping here with the Vickers. And unlike the first two games, now there's no significant point advantage. The first two there was always over 100 or around 100 points difference for one of the teams. Meaning the other team was definitely in need to pressure. From pretty much the very beginning. But with this being as tight as it is now, being 1 point tick apart. There's not too much to say as who will lose control first and make a mistake. It's interesting to see how this one will develop. We have Charming here a little bit more forward now. Did see Alucard. Doesn't see a whole lot more though. Just see a lot of back and forth movement here on the side of Onslaught. Someone is nervous. I mean, I would be. Being down 2 points. Enemy on match point here. It's not the greatest situation to be in. Definitely puts a lot of pressure on people. And Dark Magician here. Moving all the way from A now around the C area here. And this is what Straight seems to be wanting to attack. But it is B instead. Gustav here. Taking the element of surprise. And pressuring that Kranwagen here with D4C up top. And the Kranwagen is getting HE to death right now. Oh, even a pin shot here from the E5 up top as well. Gustav there didn't get reset with that last shot and is able to cap B. And now Onslaught here, making their approach. Primaries here already. With a Kran and an E5 as well to support. And now it is time to push here, and Straight needs to definitely react to this primary here. The first target to be focused from Straight. But Gustav here is not any better in his position. And it now all comes down to focus fire, and if Onslaught is able to shield properly. No, not able to. Both tanks here dropping. We are very close to 1,000 points here in favor of Straight right now. As they did get that B cap for quite some time. D4C here. If he drops... Oh, it's 15 points. 10 points left. Straight need to kill someone. Oh, it didn't happen. And Needs in the Kranwagen survives. With 360 hit points. Turning it around here. And Onslaught. With a last ditch approach here. Killing 2, managing to win it. A bit of an oversight there from D4C. Should have definitely pulled back and not been as far forward as we now have a potential comeback here from Onslaught. Straight here being put under pressure like that. Did not seem to be what you would want from a team. Oh, we see a Hori here from Kool-Aid. That is an interesting choice for a map like Black Goldville. I'm not sure where they're going to be putting that. But I would assume it is to have some eyes on B. And probably potential to look into also the A and C direction. Since we have the south spawn here with Straight. Potential for, if you can see my cursor here, this lower half of the map. Where you can see in a lot of areas. So, we'll see how that one will turn out. Have a lineup change though. Now double E5. Double eyes for one Kranwagen. Atomic in the Vickers, and as we said, Kool-Aid. And on Hori here. As we have Onslaught with double eyes for double E5, double Kran, and a Vickers again. Very, very similar lineups here. The only difference being a Hori for Kranwagen. But the Hori being a hard counter to Kranwagen is might work out in Straight's favor here. We'll see how that ends up being. And let's just see and find out. As we move to our last game on Black Goldville, regardless of this result. Kool-Aid here spawning in with his tank destroyer. We'll be very interested to see where he will be placing it. My assumption is either over here or over here. But let's see first what he will do. And orientate ourselves to the Vickers and see what they will be spotting. Atomic here definitely going up this slope right here. It gives you a lot of vision. Oh no, he avoids it. Going a lot more aggressive than he needs to. Into this bush right here. I'm not sure what Klein is doing. Oh, he's fast capping A actually. Giving up on vision as Atomic here. Sees a lot. But also nothing at the same time. And even not seeing anything gives you quite a good knowledge advantage. Because it rules out where the enemy isn't. And I'm not sure if you can even spot that Vickers now. Because getting B is very good here. C, of course, being taken is rather normal. But that very sneaky cap here on B. And very early on too. We have seen plays like this before in previous skill. Where B was the first cap to be taken. But like that is very irregular. But he paid a heavy price for it. Lost over 1,000 hit points already. And Dark Magician here also already starting to bleed his hit points. Or there. Luminary here. Straight is really bleeding heavily right now. Gustav here as well, now taking 2. They are playing way too risky. And absolutely abandoning B here. As that is, of course, Onslaught's main priority right now. Getting B or pushing a flank. But they avoided that quite nicely by just moving their tanks out of position. And balancing the sides that they focus on pretty well, actually. But, as I said, they're down heavy on hit points. Over 3,000 here. Not looking too great right now, but the hit points are very, very good, in fact. Even a kill won't just change that all too fast. Main approach here will be C, as it seems. And not B, as that is a little too risky, although we might see that IS-4 just jump into it. Atomic here. Is he gonna get screwed by timing? No, he won't. He sees a couple. As we have Onslaught here now moving into B. Charming here, risking a lot just to stop that. Although that B camp doesn't matter too much anymore. They need to keep C or just get A here. But instead, the focus is on killing that IS-4 and potentially gaining more points with B. Because they're getting C stolen as well. They need that cap now more than anything. They get the kill. But Charming is very, very low. And the Kranwagen is gonna stop that again. A here now being stolen. That is the right choice to make. But they need to keep their tanks alive. Luminary here. In A. We need 15 more points. Oh, that kill on Charming is very crucial now. But Alucard, what is he doing? He's way too far forward. Luminary here easily is able to clear this. Gets the kill. And gets that victory. And what an oversight here. From this E5, he should have not stayed here. He should have moved. After losing that A cap, there was no way of him from stopping that. And seeing as how the Kranwagen did not shoot for quite some time, and that should be on his watch, it is pretty clear that he was 3 shots, meaning he would die there. And that's all that Straight needed. It was 1 more kill, and they succeeded in getting exactly that. Very good game, very good 3-1 score here. And with that, let's have a look at the brackets actually. So let's do that before we jump into the replays, as we got quite a lot to cover. So yeah, let's update this one first and see what we get. Shows both groups, and Rival has beaten 0G here 3-0. Quite a strong victory here, as we now will see that matchup in like 20 minutes roughly. Let's check in game in a moment for that. And in group 2 we have a tiebreaker here, as it appears. Yep, definitely a tiebreaker, or it's also a 3-1, just very long games here. Full Eclipse versus PPS. Cursed here, beating Void 3-1. Very interesting indeed. And let's have a look at the pro side of things. Show all groups, as we have Rain and Purple still playing. Pramel here 3-0 against Moonman. Apex 3-1 over Pincer, and Joker 3-1 over GG. As we will have those fight down here. This one streamed by Aminet and... no, not Aminet. Fujit and Papa Rage, I think. Was it? Let me reconfirm this. No. Was it? No, never mind. Yes, Fujit and Papa Rage. And here we still have Aminet's game going on. And this one will be streamed by Aminet and Fishy. So, some very interesting results here. Me and Jack will see this one, and 34 will see whatever happens between this game, which he's currently also streaming. So, I'm highly looking forward to whatever comes out of these games here. But let's have a very quick look. Right here we have 20 minutes, and that means that Oh, PPS here beating Eclipse, not in a tiebreaker, but also a 3-1 score here. Just had a bit longer games than we had. And yeah, nice games. And that means we will have the next one at clock, actually. That is bizarre, because it's at 45. Wait, never mind. I'm looking at the wrong one. Looking at the wrong one now. Alright, so we have Faust, Desert Sands, and Vineyards. These last two maps are very interesting. Very unusual picks for tournaments. But I'm interested. And yeah, Onslaught here not really able to perform all that well against Straight there. One second. Alright, just helping out 34. Being caught out in position very often is what I've noticed. Let me also adjust the logos here before I forget. And I don't know. Seemed a bit unorganized in a lot of areas. But I'm not sure what that would be coming from. Wouldn't really be able to pinpoint that. Alright, don't be scared for a possible big logo. It's reasonably small actually. Look at that. Let's get that downsized, and here we go. Alright. But yeah, I think Straight was just very dominant here. They did play really, really well. Didn't make too many mistakes, I don't think. Other than maybe some bad trades, especially when it comes to that last game. They really peaked a lot more than they should have. Like, they should not have peaked that way. I think they are fully aware of that, though. At least I hope they are. But I don't know what happened with Onslaught, really. I think it's a lot down to decision-making. Not making the right call and how to react to the teams is probably a good indicator of what went wrong here. Or maybe not an indicator, but a good reason. It's just what I think. Because I don't think the individual player skill for them is bad, necessarily, from what I've seen. It's just that often it's either focus fire, or maybe you just made the wrong call in terms of where you want to go. Also, why are you not shooting, Layla? It's realistic. I don't know. It's been a bit of a weird one. I want to see how they do in the next game. Maybe I can confirm my opinions a little bit better. And also, there's someone down in that water. Right? I didn't missee that, right? Never mind, I did. Don't listen to me. I thought I saw someone down there. Anyways, though, I'm not too sure how to call this one on the next one, because I hadn't obviously seen 0G play. But given now they lost 3-0 to Rival, that I'm interested by. Because 0G is the higher ranked between both. So maybe not top performance, maybe they just got outplayed. Although it did seem like the how do you put it? Like the ranks were a lot closer to each other, and so maybe that doesn't really speak the whole truth. Which is of course possible, you know. We don't just have to look at the leaderboard, but also just performance in general. And some teams are just inconsistent. That just happens, you know. I'm not saying that any team specifically is. It's just that teams exist that just can't always perform the best. Which is unfortunate, you know. But it also creates a lot more tension. Because if every team was consistent with the way they played all the time, that would create very boring and predictable results. Also, the KV1S is looking at you, Layla. How did you not see him? He's just staring right at you. You were even looking at him and just looked away. That's funny. But yeah, let me have a look at chat. Hey, Boom. Yeah, I think the endgame game surprised everyone, to be honest. And again, Lila, I didn't mean you. You don't have to change yourself for others. The KV1S is right there. He's right there. In that street. No, you're aiming at the wrong place, Layla. The shell didn't come from there, it came from there. Ignore A. Come on. You're fine. I guess not ignore it too hard, seeing as the cap points at 800 already. But, I mean, there's a KV1S over there. Oh, C now getting stolen. This is tournaments all over again. Oh, sorry, I just got a headset. Move off the headset for a moment again. Oh. Really hurts on the ears if you have it on too long. Oh. Not sure if she can win that now. Depends on where the Leo is, I think. Because the Leo was last seen at A. They have to retake C here. Even gonna help out a bit. That's good. But yeah, they definitely need to go to... Oh, there he is. Holy crap. That is Asia ping for you on EU. Good result though. That went better than expected, I believe. Very reckless Leopard play. But yeah, well played. Hey communist. Haven't seen you around in a while. How you doing? Alright. Have a one by later. Oh, wrong monitor. Let me actually check how the other game in the professionals went. So Rain beat Purple 3-2 in Tiebreaker. God damn. That was pretty intense then. The only tiebreaker, I think, that we have for an A right now. As all the other games were 3-1s or 3-0s. Obviously they had to be when there's only one tiebreaker. That's the only logical conclusion, at least. But yeah. So Void versus Eclipse, streamed by 34 on Twitch. Link is in my Discord server. And then we also have myself and Jack streaming 0G versus Onslaught for the challenges. And for the professionals, we'll see Aminet and Fishy stream Moonman versus Purple. And Fujit and Papa Rage, who does it in Spanish, GG versus Pincer. Some very interesting lineups. Layla here, what are you doing? Why are you this aggressive? Oh my god. Oh, you're platooning with David. I see. Don't auto-aim that. Oh, there's a Sheridan. And Layla with a broken gun. And she dead. Have a look if David can carry this. Oh, there's a Sheridan. Oh, he is not too healthy. And it's Fugus too. Yeah, good luck winning that. Oh, nice, you got that. Just has a useless girl left. Yeah, he ain't winning this, right? Bruh, he killed himself. Oh, no, dude. He just killed himself. Brilliant. Also, yes, this is me without a headset. It looks weird, I know. Don't judge me for it. Alright, so we have about 10 minutes left. I can show another replay. Let's take a long one. Let's see. What is the longest one we got? Let's show 6 minutes from Oiri. Let's go. In the fake tank. Alright. Interesting. On canal too. Alright. Yeah, safe though. Still. I mean, I just said it in chat, but what do you mean? Don't try. First of all, I'm in the same time zone as I'm in it, literally. We have the same time right now. Because Netherlands and Germany are right next to each other. We have the same time zone. And also, what do you mean try to be like them? I'm fine, man. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna do NA and then not do it. Like, I know what I signed myself up for. I did NA in winter already. I'm fine. Thank you, though, for your thoughts, but unnecessary. That's why I didn't do Prove His Skill, specifically. Because I remembered winter, having to stream 36 times within a month, with my normal scheduled stream between that, is exhausting. Don't do that. That's a bad idea. Because I had to stream 18 previous skills. I think even some extras, because we had to restart somewhere, right? There was a mistake in one of the tournaments, so it was even more. But yeah, that's why I specifically said I'm only gonna do EU for previous skill. Also good that we now only have 6 and not 8. Makes it a lot tougher for the teams, but a lot nicer for streamers. And I wanted to do 2 servers anyway for the final stages. So this is fine. But thanks for your concern. Well, we're playing very passively here, considering that this tank is very aggressive. He has capped both bases though. The only ones that have been capped. Not even A, that is very surprising. Very slow game. He is. Like he's not actively moving his mouse. What is he doing? Oh, the pickups. Okay, that one hit. He just got called Eugen. Ah, he means that's super pushing, never mind. I thought he just missaw Euri's name. My mistake. Right, it's a 2v4. But I got 2 bases. and quite some hit points with them. Looks pretty good. Wouldn't be all too worried. Although, I mean, the super pushing is just bad, clearly. We can see that. Oh, hit that. Yeah, there we go. Alright, all of them are one-shots. There's no need to worry for anything. You're still full. You capped 2 bases. And this should be an easy win. Considerably. Not sure why it moved like that. That is not very smart, though. Yeah, get that guy out first. But really, you should really not have crossed here. Not like that, at least. That is just too risky. I'd push up here. Because the Scorpion is clearly in A right now. But I guess the Lupus is just showing up here. Good shot in the cheeks. Yeah, this should be doable. Just load HE here or shoot heat. You could even trade with him. Because the Scorpion is going to one-shot you even if he shoots APCR. So you might as well trade here. With that Lurker. Although I guess there's a chance for him to high roll and kill you in one shot. But the thing is, you don't want him to group up with the Scorpion. That's the biggest concern. Have them both be at the same place. Because even if you kill one, the other one's gonna kill you in return. Unless they fuck up their shot, of course. But you can't pray for that. Or you shouldn't. And yeah, that's what I mean. Scorpion's now here too. I'd kill the Scorpion if I were him. Yeah, right choice. Good job. Even has adrenaline. And GG. Well done. Hey Duka. It's on screen right now. Right here. We're playing, watching Savages versus 0G. We should be having our room invite now, and indeed we do. Alright. Nice. Let me just get the headset back on. Because I was pointed out this looks weird. I look weird without a headset, apparently. I'm sorry. I'm not the most appealing person. I don't have to be. But yeah. With Jack here now as well, he will be seeing the same game as we do. So if you're interested in his POV or his commentary, feel free to check him out. But yeah, we start with Faust. One of a small selection of maps that does have 4 caps, including Yukon, Himmelsdorf, and Normandy, out of which one of those is not played in tier 10 tournaments, being Himmelsdorf, of course. So these maps just prioritize caps a lot more, or if you do, they are a lot more valuable. So let's see what we get here. We have a Mousy 100 combination on the side of Onslaught. Not a map you would expect that on, especially a mouse. Or an E100, I'm not even sure where to bring that stuff. Do you send that to like B? What do you do with that lineup? I am so confused. Because the tanks are just so tall you can't hide them anywhere. Nor can you use them effectively. At least I couldn't if I were to get that lineup for me. Combining that with a Vickers 2, double IS4, E5 and a Kran. That is a bizarre lineup. I might tell you. And I need to swap this. I thought I was being smart, but I wasn't. There we go. Alright. Should be good. And there we have it. Very interesting 0G lineup though. 4 E5s, double ice 4 and a Vickers. Both teams going with 1 Vickers though. Hey Kingfly. How you doing? Also, hey William. I cannot pronounce that. So I'm just gonna say Vickers. God damn it. Some people just have to make it hard for the streamers, don't they? Alright. I do not know what to expect from this game. I'm gonna be honest with you. E100 mouse on Faust. No, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I can't. Quite a bit of hit points advantage here for them though, thanks to choosing those 2 heavies. Even with a Vickers, having over 1000 HP more is quite a nice boost to have. But let's see if they're even going to be able to use that. I really am so unsure. You see a quick cap here with Klein and an IS-4. Oh, he even got those spots in there. On Edgy. Wow, going as far as to shoot too. With Turtle here capping C alone. Meaning that Onslaught is getting that cap advantage. Mouse already seen. Because here getting that first shot in. And Onslaught committing a little too much onto the D side here. For my own liking. Whilst we have 0G here pressing hard on A now. Should be easily able to cap that. And they even have some control over B. Albeit not fully. They definitely could make their way here. Oh, you do not want to peek this sideways. Edgy, you should not. But yeah, now cap advantage, but leaving C behind. And seeing as how aggressive Onslaught is right now, definitely possibility to just steal that. But 0G is right behind them. Luckily though, Klein is there to spot it all. He has seen it all. Just has to be careful not to be overly exposed here. You get a shot in? Nope, not able to pen Dominic. But Alucard is. Good early damage here done by Savages. Onslaught, sorry. Alucard, can he pen another one? Bounces one and gets penned once. But yeah, C has been stolen as predicted. And 0G here now pushing forward slowly. That mouse there just losing more and more hit points. He's been nothing more but just a pinata for the team of 0G, who is slowly but surely making back the hit points that they've lost. Although they are very split here. Having tanks down, tanks up top, and one in the back here. Not very united anywhere. Oh, look at that ballsy play here from the E5. Not sure what he was thinking, but it was not the right choice to make. But he's now being a massive distraction to 0G. Meaning Alucard and Hanabi can just push from the side. And so can Raggy here. Edgy though still alive. Is gonna drop to the E100 here. And 0G panicking with what to do. That drop here actually turning out to be very good for them. Dominic here now being down to a one-shot. Not too much longer. And oh, 0G is just so out of position. If you have a look from up top here. With 2 tanks in the middle that do nothing. With Arctic over there that is hunting for something that he shouldn't do. With the E5 here being all alone and going down. And the Vickers as well. Like, 0G is way too split. I'm not sure what they're thinking. But this just doesn't work. Onslaught here, very composed. And very compiled as well with their lineups here. Only having that mouse at the very back there. But he wasn't of any use anyway. He was just there to distract stuff. And keep C occupied. Like, he had no other use. And they've wasted an entire tank for that. That should have helped over here. Also, how did Klein just lose that Vickers duel? Wasn't he, like, on more hit points? God damn. But yeah, this game is definitely going to Onslaught. There's no way that they lose this now, especially seeing as how the points are nearly at 900. And C is getting re-stolen here for the second time in this match. Be careful here that E5 is a one-shot. But still, Arctic here is now gonna have Hanabi on his side. Oh, some bounces coming in. But that's all there is to it. He's gonna get that E5 here. Not sure what he was doing. But even so, this game is over. The Vickers here drops. It's 20 points left. And that is it. And Onslaught here winning the first one. Not sure what Zero Gravity was thinking there. I have no clue. What was that all about? I mean, the Vickers did do great damage here, but like, it doesn't matter, does it? Because his team didn't perform either. I do not know what to think of that last game. Zero G was just so spread out. I don't know why they went for the mouse either. They just sort of let him stand there doing nothing. And Onslaught here playing very unconventional Faust. Actually able to overwhelm them. Not too sure how that happened. Not too certain. But we have a lineup change. Double Kran, double E5, double Ice4, and the Vickers from Zero Gravity and Savages. The Onslaughts here. Again going for the D100 from Maluka, but no mouse, thankfully. No mouse. This time double Kran, double Ice4, and an E5 here. And also again Klein back in the Vickers. So a near mirror matchup if it weren't for any 100 here being placed instead of a second E5. At least one of the letters is correct. But the numbers a bit off. Just a tiny bit though. Alright. Let's see if Zero G is able to keep themselves together or if they're just gonna fall apart all over again. Because that's what happened last game. They were just absolutely out of control. And Onslaught was able to grasp that opportunity and take it with them. Now leading 1-0 in their favor. Klein not going for a cap this time. Neither is the opposing Vickers. Oh, he does spot that push. And it's going straight for B2. That is very aggressive from Klein here. But it's gonna work out. They're gonna get cap advantage. He's not pressured either. And getting B mid-game is pretty tough. Because your eyes are on that cap. Primary, he has to be a little bit careful. Because he's gonna have those E5s in front of him. Not a good shot there on Dominic. Dominic misses him in return. Do not drop down here. You want to keep that high ground up. Not sure what the E5 over there did, losing half of his hit points already. And Klein also now dropping some here. Look at that, even Alucard here. Able to hit it. And Arctic straight up trying to steal the cap here. And he's gonna actually be able to do it, because there's no one to reset him here. Because of the pressure that Zero G here is actually applying right now. B here stolen. And very aggressive on the C side. Putting in some very good early damage. As we have these E5s here lined up. The Krans over there. A now being taken as well by that Vickers. And Klein has to be extra careful here, because he cannot allow himself to lose anymore. Because usually the Vickers end up brawling against each other. And he's already so low that that is not going to be able to work out for him. But look at that onslaught here. Retaliating, counter pushing straight into the enemy lines. Gunning for Dominic here, able to actually make it work, and the next focus is on Edgy. In their crown, and so is Turtle Juice here. And Hanabi is just leading them, but he's burning to death. Dominic there, able to shut him down. And Alucard did his E100, he dropped super fast with his hit points. Not sure what happened on his part, he was very healthy up until the end. E5 from a 0G dropping here. The Crown Wagon is gonna go down to probably Arctic, but he's able to put out his last ditch effort here. We have a 4v3 now. Hit point advantage massively favoring 0G. They're also having them surrounded now. The C5 here absolutely getting shot to pieces. Not sure why Klein is even considering to cap here. He should be trying to help his team instead. But this game is not theirs to win anymore. As we will be going into a 1-to-1 here for our first map. Very uncoordinated this time here from Onslaught. Doing what 0G did last game. Splitting. And not quite making the right calls here. And with a shot down here from Dominic. This game is over, and we move to the next map, tying on Faust here. Meaning the next one to win will be on match point. Oh, Jack is offline. Oh no. Oh no. Is this stream okay? I need to check.
See.
Oh no. Jack has a blackout. His laptop is not recharging and there's no power supply. Ooh, that must sting heavily. Ooh, that is not great at all. That is unfortunate for Jack. Ooh. Alright. Let's focus on our stream for the moment. We're moving on to the next map now. It is Desert Sands. Triple E5, triple IS4. God damn. NA really loving their IS4, don't they? Not sure why you would want to use that many on Desert Sands though. It's not the greatest tank for this map. And we have Onslaught here. Double Kran, double IS4, double E5 and the Vickers. So a lot more calm of a lineup, maybe? Not sure how to call it otherwise. So let's see what they do with it. Whoever wins here will have a massive advantage going into match number 4 here. But that is not what we need to focus on, as we should focus on The match that is ahead, a very interesting one as well. We might see a very interesting brawl around the B area here. Maybe even underneath the bridge. Depending on how the teams will be playing this one out here. Arctic here going very far forward. Looking to spot that crossing. He's not gonna see too much. Not a lot seen by the Vickers here. And it seems that Klein is looking for potential C cap here. And look at that Arctic here making a straight up push, taking that shot, but definitely worth it here for the position that he's gained. Especially considering there's double E5 back, IS4 backing him up here. And Alucard has to retreat. Oh, 0G here might be a little too aggressive. Already pushing in with their IS4s here. They know Hanabi's there. They know someone is in C. But Arctic here is getting shot to pieces. But so is this Kranwagen in front of him. As Onslaught here is getting slaughtered themselves. Arctic does drop, but so is the C5 here. And it's now all about focus fire. But the IS4s don't have DPM. A main lacking point of that vehicle is the lack of exactly that. But it's a good thing for Zero Gravity that is being focused right now. Meaning they don't lose all too much. Now with an extra gun. And with a Kranwagen gun on the enemy team, they are looking very strong right now. Dominic here, very low. Alucard goes down as well. Klein here in a troublesome position. He is definitely getting focused here. And he's not getting out of this alive. And with that one, a very dominating victory here for Zero Gravity. Shutting down Onslaught. Edgy there, a bit stuck on the ramp. Has to remove his tank. So we have the Kranwagen here now hunting for the Vickers. His last effort goes into the ground. Ooh. And with that, they're gonna move into the next game with quite some momentum behind them. Winning 2 games in a row. Now on match point. Looking to beat Onslaught here. And kicking them out of the challenges. Oh, Jack is back. That is fantastic. Let's see if the stream is still up. It still is. Fantastic. Not sure why he says tournament day 5 though. That's weird. Regardless of that. Lineup changes. Hopefully. 0G here not going for triple ice 4 again. Now with only 1. But double Kran and triple E5 here. Still going with that singular Vickers. Oh no. And now Onslaught going with the IS4 spam. Quad IS4, double E5, and a Vickers from Klein. Not sure what to say to that. Not too sure. As I said before, the IS4 not a great tank for this map. Specifically because of its lack of gun depression. And secondly, because a map like Desert Sands requires you to brawl quite a lot. Meaning you need either a sufficient gun that is reliable, which the IS4 doesn't have. Some good DPM, which the IS4 doesn't have. Or some gun depression, which the IS4 does not have. All it has is trading power. And a lot of that. But if you're getting out DPM, that doesn't matter too much. So I'm a bit worried here for Onslaught. But let's see how both these teams will handle each other's lineup. As we move on to the potential last game of the evening. Between these two teams here. 0G currently on match point. against Onslaught. Might see a bridge play here again. But it won't be 0G to do it. Nor is it Onslaught? Okay, that is bizarre. Both Vickers here have seen each other. But Klein able to gain a little bit more knowledge. Thanks to the two heavy tanks that have been seen. 0G here lacking information a little bit more than that. But both teams here committing fully for the desert. As with Klein here meeting two E5s head on. Didn't get spotted though. And look at all these tanks that are being lit up right now. Dominic here the first one to take a shot. Ooh. Lot of tanks here head on. But as I said, not too much that can be done in terms of aggression. Not on the side of Onslaught. By any means. Their lineup is not sufficient enough to do that. But they are trying to poke the aggression here. On this flank. Trying to pincer out 0G here. With focus on this flank that is being isolated right now. And they are sending all of it over here. But their target priority is being quite awkward here. Having multiple tanks focus different stuff. But Dominic here definitely the one on the hardest receiving end. The Vickers here finally showing up after capping C here. The focus on Klein is massive. Dominic here finally dropping. But Klein needs to get out of this focus fire. Having the Vickers up until late game is going to be very crucial here. So losing him early is not something you want. Arctic here being focused, but Klein is down to a one-shot. Hit point advantage here is currently on 0G's side. Even if they do lack an extra gun. But this Vickers here might make all the difference. In the long run. Focus here right now on primary there. Quite a big ammo rack actually. Dominic here is going to be able to clear out Klein, and with that 0G here having quite a distinctive advantage. Having more DPM. As Onslaught still has 3 IS4s here. Whilst we have 3 E5s and a Vickers for 0 gravity. All of these tanks are also together. Whilst they are rather split here for Onslaught. They did manage to grab that Vickers though, which is a very good kill and a very important one. What a good fire there on Dominic. Focus now on the E5 between them here. Oh, that might be a crucial bounce here. On Nubinator. Oh, Alucard missing. These shots are crucial. Needs in his eyes for not able to put out his shot. And Savage here is playing a very risky game right now with the shots they are making. Turtle is still full HP. But so is the IS4 from Onslaught, nearly at least. Alucard here, the one he wants to focus. Look at the shielding. Nope, not sufficient enough. Gets onto his side. Alucard here, he needs to pen his shots. Doesn't work. Can he clear it? No, he doesn't. He's gonna get sandwiched here. And 0G giving up their opportunity. Giving up that match point. But if we look at the points, they nearly had it to 900 here. Not able to kill the E5. Face hug. And what a game. What an absolute cracker of a game. And we will be moving to a tiebreaker. Wow. What a crazy result. 6,000 here from the IS-4. That is the highest I've seen this entire season. Wow. What a farming sesh he just showed. Incredible. Matthew, this still has a watermark on it. If we look very closely. It says place it everywhere. It's just because it's downscaled so much you don't see it. But I didn't make this either. This is from Jack, Wild One's helper. Credit goes to him. I just received the logo. If there has been anything significant removed, that was him, not me. But hello to everyone joining in. As we move on to Vineyards here. Actually, one of the first times I've seen it this season. Hasn't been propped up in a load of matches that I've streamed. So this is going to be quite interesting. Triple Kranwagen, double E5 and an IS-4 with a Vickers. Both teams are really going hard on that Vickers play. And Onslaught here, double Kran, double IS-4, singular E5 and an E100 to boot. The E100, if he can't connect the shots, is going to be quite detrimental. Because if he can't pen these, then he's just going to drop hit points everywhere. And just be a pinata. Because the armor of the E100 isn't great. And if you can't utilize its punching power, then the tank becomes more or less just HP on tracks, really. So it will be interesting to see how Onslaught is going to be using him. And of course, how this match will develop in general. As this will determine who drops out of challenges. And who is able to make their way through the lower bracket here. For a chance to be one of the 4 teams to go into the absolute final stage. And let's have a watch. Oh, can I not? Not again. I can't go into people again. Oh no. B camp here. Reached earlier. A little bit late. Oh, because he shot here on accident, I think. Not able to put a shot into one of these E5s here. Making their way straight through into the corner. And the E100 here. As you'd expect, getting somewhere close to the city. Ooh. Can't make any risky plays here. 0G is heavily focusing on this A side though. And Alucard has to be very careful. Because there's a very good gap that I can't show you. That if he backs up too far, he's gonna get shot by this Vickers here. Who's already lined up for exactly that to happen. There we go. And even Edgy here is just waiting for that. Oh, Alucard, he's making such a big mistake here. Tracked out in the open. Someone gonna be able to clear him? Yes, they are. And Alucard here. Massive mistake. That is, you do not want that to happen. Not in a important match like this. And with that, Turtle Juice here gets an amazing position here. And he's not being counted. There's no one stopping him from shooting down on these Kranwagens. Because Onslaught is too far back. Their IS-4s are not in position. The Kranwagen is burning. And the E100 is not useful in its current position. Needs is just gonna get shot down here. And 0G is taking massive advantage of this fight here. Onslaught trying to counter push onto these E5s in the corner, but it's not gonna matter. They're gonna lose this Kranwagen over there. And even if they lose an E5, they already have a massive tank advantage. And even Hanabi here. 0G is reacting fantastically right now. Hanami goes down. Primary has also dropped in the meantime. This is the 6v3 that you cannot turn around anymore. The E100 was absolutely useless over there. Not a tank choice that you want. But this game just collapsed in the end. And it all came down to one mistake. One misplay. But that's how close these games are. Nice fire there from Klein. Because the competition is getting bigger, making a mistake is gonna cost you games. And the move by Alukan definitely showed you that. As 0G here is moving on through the challenges. And poor Alu. I do feel sorry for him. He is not happy about this. I don't think we need to talk about that too much. He knows his mistake. He knows what he did. And 0G grabbing themselves that juicy spot for the challengers, and it will be the end for Onslaught here. A very nice effort, very well played, but just not quite enough to win it. Very well played from both sides, though, I must admit. Those have been some great games from the challenges. And with that, Savages here out of the tournament. 0G fighting on for another day. And Void here clapping Eclipse in a 3-0. What a game. Man, that punish on Alu is so unfortunate, dude. That is so unfortunate. Jody, I do not accept such messages here. Let's have a look at the professionals here. See how those lower bracket matches have developed. Moonman here also, unfortunately, with that result, out of the tournament. Purple here winning it 3-1. And in group 2 we have GG beating Pincer here quite convincingly in a 3-0 manner. And with that, all games are over. And yeah, what an interesting tournament. Rain and Pramel tomorrow. And then the loser of this will be fighting Purple. The winner is qualified already for the final stage, because this is still the group stage, by the way. So yeah, this will be very important. But whoever loses still has a second chance here to go against Purple. Same goes here for Apex and Joker. And GG here looking to also make their way here. I do not accept hate against teams. Please stop this. And yeah. Same goes for the challenges. It's getting very interesting. Straight here, very dominant today. Very, very dominant. Not too sure about Rival, as I didn't see that game. But they seem to have been very dominant against 0G here. And 0G having a very close fight against Savages. Not too sure how that stacks up in performance here. We might see a rematch if Straight wins this. And then with PPS here, we have played very well in winter. I do remember that they also had a pretty good result there in their challenges. Oh, were they in challenges? I think they were, right? Gonna be playing against Cursed here. We've shut down Void, who therefore shut down Eclipse. And Void now. Not in the greatest position. By any means. So yeah, all of these teams that are currently in the low bracket finals here. Sweating. Of course, want to make that push into the grand finals here. To move on to the next stage. Whilst all of those in the upper brackets must be feeling pretty confident as they have a backup game that they can fall back onto. Of course, you don't want to lose. You want to qualify safely. because if the more you have to play, the more strats you have to reveal to your opponent. So that will be very, very interesting. And yeah. Also, let me just confirm something for a moment before I just talk about something that I don't want to. But we didn't talk about this here. Let me just search it on Discord. Alright, so for tomorrow, I can already talk about that, I'm pretty sure. I will be having a co-commentary stream together with Jack, Wild One's helper, on this channel. As we will be continuing to follow Group 1. Or Group 2, was it? Wait, which group did we follow? I'm confused right now. We follow Group 1, yeah. So we're gonna be together commentating on Straight vs. Rival, and then the loser against Zero Gravity here. And after that, all following Challenger streams, I will be doing together with Jack on his channel. So if you want to hear more of my commentary in the future, you'll have to then go check out his. So yeah. That's all, I think. Feedback, of course, always appreciated. If I did mispronounce any names, let me know on Discord. I'll try to avoid and fix it as soon as I can. And yeah. That's all really for me. I'll be back for me today with EU professionals and tomorrow with NA challenges. Hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Please also, of course, check out the other streamers, give them some love, and especially check out 34, who's streaming on Twitch, if you want to look for him, 34 Wolfthings Blitz. First time streaming tournaments today for him. So give him some feedback, give him some love, and thank you all for watching, and see you all again next time. Bye bye.